So how does massage do that? How does massage, or what kind of role can massage really play in bringing these life and love lessons out into the world? Well, fundamentally, when you understand massage, when you understand the value of touch, what you understand is yourself in an active role. And the first and perhaps only real pillar of Thai massage is meditation. Meditation and its flip side, which is compassion, loving kindness, love as an action. So what you're doing when you do the kind of massage that I teach is experiments in love, ways to further circulate the vibration of love within yourself, to bring you into deeper relationship with it, and then from that place find a way to share it with another person. And you're continually learning what that means. It's not a static expression, it's dynamic. Because you're going to, for example, get better at giving massage. You're going to get better at sensing aches and pains of a person. Your body's going to change. Maybe on a certain day your knee is a little gimpy. Maybe on another day you feel like $1,000,000. All these things change your relationship to the person that you will be massaging, as well as your relationship to your tools and to the massage itself. So essentially, you are constantly experimenting with what it means to feel good, and then what it means to connect with someone on a given day when you have a different expression and a different feeling about what that goodness is all about. And yet what always happens is a connection, is a relationship. And again, all these teachers, they talk about it from the very same point of view, that the way forward, the way out of ego is through relationship. It's through the relationship that you have with yourself and your connection to spirit on the inside, and then how you relate to the people on the outside. And when you have the gift of touch coursing through your veins, not just your fingertips, not just your thumbs, and not just your hands, but really head to toe, coursing through your veins, and can connect with another person and show them how much you care about them, how much love you have for that person, and can help them, then what that does for a relationship is timeless. It's universal. It is taking the ideas that are in our head about what it means to love your brother and love one another and turning it into an action. And this doesn't just have to be for the person you love the most, like your wife or your husband or your children or your parents. We are all God's children. We are all love. And again, these techniques give you a vehicle to feel that in yourself, to see that in another person, even if it's just a glimpse, and then for both of you to be transformed by that very lived reality. And so I talk about it in a pretty relaxed way here. I mean, how can I not? I'm in the most beautiful setting, amazing trees and amazing nature all around me. I just finished a beautiful meditation before I started this, but there's actually a deeper truth, which is that nothing excites me more than this, because I know that there are so many of us out here on the same path, that there are so many of us looking to really embrace deeper health, deeper truth, and make it not only a part of our lives, but make it a part of our world. And this part of it, I think, is such valuable information for how we can speed up the process, for how we can relate to people in such an important way. And part of changing a culture, it's also, it's also what it means to connect. And how often, and in fact, even as I'm talking to you now, how often were you distracted and maybe opening up another browser, or looking at your phone, or thinking about something else, or wondering about what's on TV? So again, When you bring this into your life, taking the time to massage, of course, that means that you will be giving something up. And what you'll probably be giving up is screen time. Some amount of screen time that disconnects you and disassociates you from a lived reality, from the present moment, and you are replacing that with the exact opposite, with a lived intention to connect, and to connect with another person. And that's also how we shift a culture, because we are all gripped in it. We are all gripped in technology that is exciting, that is fun, that is funny, and of course that is human. It's made by people, and oftentimes we are watching or looking at things that is looking at people or nature or something like that, and it's another way to connect with things. But at the same time, there's a dimension that's lost, right? It's two-dimensional, it's not three-dimensional. And if we're not careful about it, it can really remove us from our world and the world around us. And of course, sometimes that's what we want, right? We want to escape. We had a hard day. We're tired of the things around us or the things that are getting us down. So we just want to sink into this other world. And it has its place, and I'm not putting it down completely. What I am saying, though, is when we get sucked into it, that's a problem. When we always have to go there for our release and for our escape, that's a problem, because it's a dead end. And when you can instead connect with another person through massage, you are transformed. You will change in such a fundamental way in those, and it could be a 10-minute thing, it could be a half an hour, it could be an hour, it could be, of course, as long as you want. It doesn't really matter. 10 minutes is plenty of time for your whole mood, for your whole day, for everything you think about to be completely changed and completely shifted, and then you're operating from an entirely new reality. So that is another reason why I am here to share these messages, because we have to change our culture. We have to think about how we can actually be in and of this world so that we can really experience its magic, its beauty, its universal timelessness, its love, and live from that place. I was just watching another talk. It was a TED Talk, and it was a woman basically saying that. Imagine if we spent our resources and our time and investments in peace, in education, instead of war. Well, how can we really do that if we, as individuals, so often are checked out, are tuned out, are needing to escape from the world in which we live? We can't, and we are all culpable that way. Whereas if we do activities and we take time, as individuals, but then also with another person to connect, then we are responsible. We are maturing. We are saying, because we realize just how magnificent, how magical, how guided and how helpful the world is, that we can live from a different place, and we can make those big life changes that we all know the world needs, and not from a place of fear, but from a place of love.